Nicki Minaj and Safaree, but let's just start with Nicki. So she's currently out making the rounds, but yesterday her promo run for Queen took a very sharp left. So Nicki spent a lot of time defending herself against rumors that Safaree has helped to write her music. Let's take a look.
You want to talk about these females that have come before me? Go and ask Lil Wayne and go and ask Gucci Mane, have they ever wrote a fucking lyric for me?
They never said they wrote for you.
They can't.
No, they never said
they respect my pen. And then for one person to do something like this to me out of sheer weakness and passive aggression and just hatefulness and vindictiveness, because you got caught shitting on a person that was taking care of you for years and years, because you got caught shitting on a person who was taking care of you while you were paying for prostitutes and doing all types and stealing their credit cards and doing all types of dumbass shit.
Hold up. hold up.
Wow. So
Akati.
I just got some tea. I don't really sip tea, but Jesus Christ.
man, this is a
I
lot.
said penny, but today's the exception.
Yeah, so
man.
The Safaree part, this was about 40 minutes into the interview. I watched most of it, but even from the beginning, it started off pretty tense, right? She called up someone from her old rap group just to confirm that Safaree never even wrote for them. He said Safaree would take his lyrics out of the trash. Like, this is clearly affecting her, and it's understandable, right? So let's talk about the lyrics controversy. Safaree did claim that he's written for her, right?
Safaree's a liar. Flat out. You know why? Because Safaree got on Twitter and he basically said, oh yeah, I've never wrote for you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? To everybody, it feels like you've almost hinted or said directly in certain ways, like, yo, that you have. Now when she's addressing it, and you know what? As you know, some people might be like, yo, why did she have to do all that? She did make a point, which is very true. She said, listen, for Drake, y'all niggas had to hear reference tracks for y'all to even think that. But I'm a woman, because I'm nice. If you even hear that I have a writer, you believe it, right? You never heard no reference track, you never heard no proof. You hear it from these bum-ass niggas that's been around me, and you believe it. So, a lot of people might look at this as doing too much. For me, I look at it as let the truth rise to the top. I love all this. I love the tea, baby.
Yeah, this has been like you said, it took a sharp left turn yesterday. I didn't see none of this coming. Now the whole thing with the Safaree shit and him writing, I don't know if Safaree wrote a record. I believe that's he is fire.
That's fire.
Look, I believe that he had some sort of influence on her. It may have not been writing, but maybe his energy in the room.
So question regarding that. So I think
was the blunt roller, okay?
He probably can't even roll blunts well. But anyway, I think he told Wendy Williams when she asked, like, have you helped Nicki with her work? He said, like, everything, of course. Like, he made it sound like he definitely did. And she brought up the point. When people are in the studio, you get inspiration from everyone. You might hear a hot line, a couple words, and take it. Maybe that's as far as it went, and Safaree's just really running with this.
Yo, another thing, Safaree is in contention for having the worst year of the year.
You think so? This is probably what he considers his best career year of all time.
Well, I'm talking about, when you look at everything that's been going on this year, him getting robbed. Listen, wait. Him getting robbed, going up to Angie crying, right? Getting kicked out of Dykeman, right? No, seriously. Now, he was not rude.
Yeah, you're right.
He was not rude.
Yo, hold on.
Wait.
I want to counter this whole point you're making, but go ahead.
Now this whole Nicki thing, with all of this stuff coming out that she's saying, Safaree, I don't know who he is. Like, it's like the blankets have been removed, and we starting to find out shit that we never knew. I mean, we all knew he had a fake hairline, though, right?
We're gonna get to the hairline.
Oh yeah, we gotta get to that. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
By the way, did you see they leaked the plug of the hairline?
Help me, y'all.
The number's on there. Like,
all right, let's just get through the tweets then. You know, I don't know why I tried prepping with you. Can we start with these tweets, please? Everything I tell you not to do, you do it. All right, so like a series of back and forth tweets between Nicki and Safaree. So here's her saying, you hit me and Meek, asking us to...
No, Nadeska. No, not
you know
today.
What, academics?
Not today.
You know what, academics?
I need you to get your ratchet voice on. Get out of journalist mode.
Hey.
I need you to get on ratchet mode and read these tweets by the queen.
How about this?
Addressing the peasons who were trying to get at her.
Please pull up the tweets. Ack's going to read them while he sips his tea. I'm just going to sit back for a second. Let's go.
Wait.
Oh, come on, go back.
Yeah,
hold up, man. I loved all this shit. Bitch, you hit me and Meek asking us to get your dick pic from someone, LOL.
I don't know. That's
You were
the worst
playing with
ratchet
your
voice
dick.
ever.
No, I'm sorry.
You were so trash.
Yeah,
Come on, wait,
I'm
no,
not
pick
ratchet.
it up.
I'm not ratchet. I can't be like Nicki.
All I can hear through all of this, I can hear clapping hands.
Oh,
Oh,
word.
yes, it's a lot of.
Bitch,
At
you
every,
hit
at
me.
every period. Let's see the rest of the tweets. All right, so like this went on,
This
then
is
she
what we need to
started.
hear for.
Then she
Okay.
started hitting him like, look, I should have never paid for
Never
that.
pay for that goddamn hairline.
hairline. It fell back out because God don't like ugly. What? Let's please keep going. Poor
Tiger shit ain't fall
Here's
back.
Tiger just catching a collateral L for no reason. Tiger shit
I
ain't
didn't
fall
like
back
this.
out.
I didn't like this. This is probably the least favorite part of that. Tiger's literally been living his best life. He's been
But-
avoiding L's.
Yeah, Tiger been doing good.
He got a top 10 song. He bounced back literally. You know what I mean? Ever since him and, you know what I mean, his situation with Kylie, like that shit is
Yeah.
off. He's been doing well.
Minding his own business, just trying to get his Cardi verse.
Of course, trying to get fucking
Then
waves.
he's trending. But
You
look,
feel me?
Tiger
Got
did
braids.
respond.
Oh, you
Tiger
got
did
braids now.
respond.
Yeah, you're right.
The plug. Wayno.
Oh yeah,
Write
it's
this
lit.
down real quick.
I'm definitely listen. Y'all send me that tweet. I need that. We gonna bring these waves back out.
Yeah, but back to the drama. So I want to end the lyrics conversation.
Right.
Where do we end this? Can we say once and for all that we don't feel like anyone has written for Nicki? She deserves that respect, period.
I feel like Nicki, the problem is that she's done so much that I'm not gonna say she's not giving nobody no credit. Cause I don't know. We gotta read these fucking credits and see who's in there and all of that shit. Is Safaree in the credits?
He is.
So
and
are-
he showed a royalty check. But you know sometimes Nicki
But is that-
He
roller who got
executive
some shit.
produced one of the albums, didn't he?
But is that based on them being together, or is that based on him actually doing work? See, that's the question I got.
And this is where I think personally each person got to almost make your own assumption because we weren't there, right?
Right.
Honestly, I gave him a credit for a lot of stuff. Except I looked at it like I always said he wrote the whack shit for Nicki because I was listening to his shit. I'm like, the flow kind of there, it sounds similar to what Nicki would say, except it's just not hot. You feel me? Like, it's not hot. So I always thought he wrote some shit, right? After seeing this and seeing how he basically folded, the nigga's a liar. He's a liar. You get me? And ain't no way I could even go ahead and still even think that because he didn't defend himself against she. Yo, she literally called other niggas up on an interview like, yo, ain't this bum ass nigga lying?
Yep.
Right.
She did the most. And he didn't even be like, yo, wait. You remember the second verse or whatever?
Yeah,
Like, I wrote that.
Yeah, because if I wrote that shit, I'd have definitely would have threw that at her. I would have definitely threw that at her.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you, and be 100% honest. Before everything that unfolded yesterday, did you ever believe that he wrote for her in some capacity?
I believe that he wrote for her in some sort of capacity. But I didn't think that, because writing for somebody and giving somebody some sort of influence is two different things. You could be in the studio and give somebody an idea.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that you wrote for them, but they might give you credit just for giving them the idea because that's production essentially, right? I thought that he wrote. I did believe that he probably had wrote something for her at one point or another, but I never questioned if Nicki was a dope rapper. Like I always thought she was a dope rapper, but I did believe that he had some sort of influence, if not writing bars, some sort of energy or influence in it.
And you know, this is definitely not directed to you because I've never heard that sentiment from you. But I've seen a lot of people yesterday after Nicki really went to clarify. Everybody started like backtracking. Like a lot of people, the talk on Twitter, and I ain't on Twitter that much, but the talk a lot of times on Twitter when people were discussing Nicki's music over the last couple of years, they would always say her music sound better when she was with Safaree, kind of almost insinuating that Safaree was so influential on either writing the raps, the music, or the sound that it was fire when Safaree was there.
And understandably, they would only do that to a woman, and of course, that gets under her skin as well.
Well, people do that with men as well, like when certain people aren't in
But it's usually
circle.
like
but
when
not
you break
writing.
Up, when you're out of
Yeah.
the like when Tyga is not with Kylie, his music's better. But with her, it's like, oh, when you were Safaree, it was hotter.
Yeah. Now
I could see
that's
how that
unfair.
gets under her skin.
Yeah.
A lot of those people were backtracking. Nobody yesterday said, you know what? Damn, we gave this nigga so much credit for shit he didn't do.
Right. I think that's unfair because I think that's why Nicki gets so upset because she's very passionate about her music.
Right.
No matter the level of it now versus the level of it then. She's just passionate about her music. I thought that he did write shit, but it turns out he didn't write anything. but I do believe he has some sort of influence in her life if she was writing records. Like when you got certain people in your life, you're just doing things a certain way. Now, I'm not crediting him for her career at all, but there was something there.
It's the same way I feel like if Jay or Beyonce are recording an album, the other person's in the studio, you're going to have some input. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's not...
Safaree, you lie,
Yeah,
man.
it's not
the
cool.
only reason I checked out Safaree's music because I thought he was a ghostwriter for Nicki. So I'm like, I always like checking out the ghostwriter shit. That's why I listened to Quentin Miller first.
I thought it was a Jamaican connection.
Come on, man. That nigga born in Jamaica.
But Safaree's so extra. Of course, his first tweet's like, no one goes up to Flex to do interviews. You should be up there. And he drops his freestyle. Yo, he's so ridiculous.
Look at this tweet.
You hold on to everything. Hey, and by the way, there's a DJ Self connection. I need to know what the fuck is going on with Nicki and Love and Hip Hop because she aired out everybody. Okay, every cast member. The only person that didn't get it is Mona Scott. Okay, but it felt like a Love and Hip Hop reunion show yesterday.
I would say this: from seeing what Safaree, all that shit he said back to her, what she's saying to him, they still love each other.
It's how could you not love someone that you dated for 12 years? I don't think that ever disappeared.
I mean, but hell yeah, I believe they still love each other.
Under the bullshit?
Yeah, they're never gonna exactly.
We don't want to see them back together.
They're not. I don't think they're gonna be back together, but that's love, yo. That's love.
You wouldn't be so angry and riled up
You
if
wouldn't
there
be that
wasn't
angry.
some love. Anyways, can we pull up? It did get a little bit dark with this Safaree tweet where he said allegedly, you know, she cut him and he had to go to the hospital on a stretcher and said he tried to take his life. This got a little...
Oh, wow.
Right. It's like you want to make the jokes about the hairline and we're talking about lyrics, but then this gets in there. And,
he's talking to the police.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what's funny though? Like, listen, this is the age that we're not tolerating no type of domestic abuse unless it's done to Safaree. I saw niggas clowning this. Niggas was clowning this. Like, and I'm like, people are like, yo, Ack, you're not gonna point this out. I'm like, yo, honestly, nobody's gonna be like sobbing over Safaree getting cut by Nicki Minaj. Okay.
Nobody.
But the good thing is,
wait, nobody sobs over domestic violence that happens to men. Period. Domestic violence that happens to men is not a serious issue for anybody because people always look like you're a man, like you should be able to defend yourself, right? But not serious. That's how it's looked at. But when I seen this shit, I just was like, all right, now this shit done got way too out of hand.
Yeah.
But again, Queen is the album, right? These are not Queen-like actions.
right.
These are not Queen-like actions.
I'm torn on that, and maybe just because I love the drama.
That's definitely
And I
because
do
you
love
love the
it.
drama.
That's 'cause you
Look,
love the drama.
I think her turning up to defend her lyricism and her work,
Absolutely.
100,000%
Absolutely.
valid. But when we're getting to this sort of relationship and it's getting so nasty on Twitter, I don't know if it's...
All right, okay. If you look at it, and maybe I'm playing devil's advocate, but I did look at it in this frame of vision because I think she doesn't look as erratic as some might say, because you know, Safaree even threw it in there like maybe he's just mad over themselves that's coming out, which of course is a little bit low blow, right? But if Nicki has been seeing the tides turn on her, and she's seen people who have been around her almost take the stance of rocking with anyone who opposes her, put out narratives that doesn't help her, and she stayed kind of quiet about most things. You remember, even most notably, the motorsport thing.
Yeah.
She was seen as the bad guy. Apparently, in reality, she was getting bullied because there was another artist who was dating a nigga whose group song it was and whose label she had songs with. So Nicki, she's probably tired of, and again, weird position for her, but she's tired of like false narratives going out there, right? So of course, the first one you got to get to is, even now we're still talking about me writing. I'm a 10-year veteran. I'm doing a radio interview. We're still talking about me not writing. Let's put this to bed.